Hello, what's going on, my gemsters? It's me, Zyman again. I'm gonna do some more Christian shit. I'm trying to push out a bunch of recordings so I can catch up with the Christian lore just because I want to. Before Geno Samuel ever releases the 86 part, which most likely he will at some point, just because at the time of recording, which is August 21st, the arrest footage was shown pretty recently, so pretty fun. Last part's triggered me anyway, so let's continue with this. So we will be watching part 22, 23, and 24 today. Part 22, baby.
On December 10th, 2009, as requested by Vivian G, Christian uploaded a video in which he addresses supposed fan comments and questions from letters and postcards.
Anyway, first piece we'll look at is one postcard I got here.
Cute.
It's an office which came from and a Halo Circus and McKinsey.
Really?
This letter we have here comes from the country of Turkey, from an individual named Ray.
Turkey.
Anyway, basically says here,
Which is how it's actually pronounced, by the way. Turkey.
This message. I'd like to inform you that I bought the game Half-Life 2 for you. I wish nothing
Whoa.
was for you to mention you
What?
this layer in one of your videos.
Well, you got fucking Half-Life for free.
Really fantastic game. I hope you enjoy it to the fullest.
I've always wanted.
And then details about that,
So
And then he says, have a great day. Yeah, I appreciate the gesture, but generally I don't play PC games. I used to, but I don't anymore. I'm more of a console type of guy anyway, because, I was trying to get the orange box. Anyway.
Orange box? Yummy.
So, yeah. I appreciate gesture if it's a downloadable PC game, but generally, you can send me, like, the disc for the console. Or this video, I'll put my Wii number. And,
Fun.
you can give me downloadable games to the Wii network as well.
That's fun.
Or, feel free to send me PlayStation Network cards of a reasonable value if you feel like it.
Fun.
Anyway, next one we'll look at is firstly fan art. I showed this in the previous video. Anyway, the fan art comes from Allie of Southern Carolina.
She's
I know
talented.
it may seem weird that I know this when I have never met you before, but I think it would be safer this way than through the internet. Just turned 25, and I'm an art student here in Southern California. Skipping details for time.
Pretty cool. Southern California. I always say Carolina.
I can send you more of your artwork. You can send me artwork if you want. Which I believe I have sent you back an original art piece as a reply a few months ago. Anyway, hope you don't mind me saying this to you, and that you don't think I'm a troll. I'm sure that you're very about who you can trust nowadays. Hope I sent a piece already. You know I am the real deal. Yeah, don't want you about your information. Yep. Anyway, you'll take care. Alright, Allie, you take care too, and I appreciate that. So, hopefully you got the one I sent back to you. Here's another piece of fan art that I showed you earlier. It comes from T70 Panda. Oh, yeah,
That sounds like a bomb. I'm sorry, but it...
Her first name was on the envelope. So actually, guys, ultimately, here it says Christine. I have the envelope over here.
Christine, it's not you, right?
Her first name was on the envelope. So actually, guys, ultimately unfolded a story of purpose, intrigue, redemption, forgiveness, and hopefully dance and triumph. Here's the call of your fan base. I certainly have heard this call. She asks, could I navigate the time train and still become Christian Asperchu? Yeah, as long as I have the medal in my ring.
Cookies.
Please push death to the silence between us.
Okay, I'm gonna go make cookies.
Cookies!
Yeah, that's very cute.
Go shower, I'll make cookies.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Jason Darling
Look.
of Texas. Yeah, send me this way.
Dang, you got the cords.
Yeah, I hung on the wall over that side of my room. Anyway, he says, I love the Sanchi character comic. Please keep up the good work. I made the Sanchi fan art for you. I hope you like it. I think it's pretty good for my first try. Maybe you can wear it and show it in your next YouTube video. Don't let those trolls hold you down. I made him a angry to keep your spirit up. Your friend, Jason.
Well, that's sweet.
Very good. Thank you, Jason.
And they made him a medallion? That's so cool.
Y'all to continue enjoying and have a pleasant day and stay safe.
2 days later, Chris made a video congratulating actor Jack Black for winning a Spike Video Game Award for his voice acting in the game Brutal Legend.
Jet Black, one best voice actor of the year for Brutal Legend.
Jet Black?
Yeah. But anyway, I feel for you, Jack.
I thought he said Jack Black.
I was looking forward to Brutal Legend the whole year long, and I think this will become the game of the year as you called it. Well, hey, you still got your award. And maybe you could do Brutal Legend 2, and I'm looking forward to the movie I've heard about. But anyway, Jack, congratulations, and maybe you'll do better next. Maybe you'll do better next time. Rock on!
The following day, Christian began writing a festive short story called A Sonichu and Rose Jew Christmas. In the story, the citizens of Quickville are getting into the festive spirit of the season. Interestingly,
cute.
the homeless population of the town is so substantial that they are taken care of in 10 separate soup hotels, which are a cross between a soup kitchen and hotel, with the soup kitchen on the first floor, and above it, 9 more floors with 10 to 20 rooms on each one, where the homeless can stay rent-free. Meanwhile, Sonichu, Rose Chu, and their 3 children prepare to host a special party. After 4 paragraphs, Chris stopped writing, possibly lacking inspiration or a plan, leaving it unfinished to this day. Later that same day, he answered Mailbag 17, in which he was met with another correspondence from Alec Benson Liu, apologizing for angering Chris earlier, and as an act of contrition, attached an illustration of Asperchu and Sonichu, expressing manly, Brotherly Love, which offended Chris greatly. On December 14th,
I don't know,
as well as
it's
continuing to
cute.
contribute to issue 10, Christian began drawing and uploading pages for issue 11 at the same time. On the 15th, Chris uploaded a video in which he performs an apparently improvised rap song, urged to do so by an unknown online gal pal persona.
From like a marketing
by the members of the
standpoint,
private guild of
competition is
citizens
definitely
stroke,
like...
simply for their own amusement. Her name might have been Ginger, but it is not confirmed.
Competition can be good, but damn, this kind of competition is crazy.
This ain't no update on the science you thing. I'm working on it, but listen up.
Oh, excuse me.
Put down your iPods and listen up. I had a test that shows stock market had a rise. Oh, on the way I am the man, the tiger. Man, the tiger. Beautifully sexy panther. I can't talk if you run away. I haven't missed that chase anyway. And we chase for a while. And then you wear out and you take it like a gal. And we pump, until we have our little tiger panther cub. Or for since it's Christmas time, I think like I'm Mr. Yo Business Claus. I have a good old eat, cause I took a bit of Viagra. Bam, 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 ho, ho, ho. Word. I have a confidence booster. And my confidence is at the max. So, that's the word of the day. Do an update on the Wikipedia. Hey, word up, peace out.
On the following day, he went on a family road trip to visit his aunt and uncle, thusly failing to deliver any new pages. Upon his return, he felt tired and went to sleep. After he woke up, he began working on an official Christian page on the Wikipedia to set straight all the supposed lies that have been written about him on Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Damn.
The day after, he performed another rap on video, also encouraged by the PBCC's gal pal alias. This time, he rapped Juggalo Family by hip-hop supergroup Dark Lotus, which featured the members of horrorcore duo
Oh my goodness.
whose loyal fanbase, the Juggalos, are paid tribute to in the song. In his video,
Fun.
Christian dons face paint, reminiscent of the kind worn by ICP and the Juggalos. However, his iteration incorporates some Sonichu elements, such as
Okay.
coloration and red cheeks.
Because there's some yellow
Plus
and the red
references
cheeks.
Which is a term used by
Juggalos,
Juggalos to describe
excuse?
people who pose as Juggalos, but do not truly embody the spirit of the fandom.
Captain's rocking love, fans, and we're rocking it out loud with the Juggalo family.
Okay.
And he wants to know if I would trade 10 Juggalos for 100 mainstream fans. And I said, I would trade 10 Juggalos for 100,000 mainstream fans. 10 Juggalos is priceless. I got love for my homies, members on the lotus. He's not respect, starting all daily bonuses. Juggalos, Dark Lotus, psychopathic.
He's reading the lyrics very clearly.
Throughout the song, Chris struggles to keep up with the music, seemingly reading the lyrics while performing.
This is why rehearsals are very important, people. I'm just glad he's not a theater
Posted
kid,
a
because
completed
Jesus
Christian
Christ.
article on Wikipedia, which was an annotated and corrected copy of the Christian page on Encyclopedia Dramatica. Curiously, instead of copying and pasting the text from ED, he manually typed it out all again, which allegedly took him 5 hours to do, producing a number of spelling mistakes not present in the original article. As well as striking through and deleting statements he felt were unjust, he said some words and phrases in bold to emphasize the truthfulness, such as sentences addressing his homophobia. At around that time, someone posted a small collection of photos of Christian onto an interactive billboard in New York's Times Square. One of the pictures was a still image of Chris holding up his cup of semen, and another was a photoshopped photo of
No
Christian
way.
attending a gay bar. These actions were soon attributed to Clyde Cash. These and other news were addressed in a video uploaded on December 20th.
That's crazy.
Captain's Law, starting December 20th, 2009.
It's already almost the end of 2009 here.
I apologize for the past couple of nights of me not being able to upload any pages because yesterday I had a 2-second blackout, which pretty much took my computer out and whatnot. I'm trying to restart it. It messed it up. It wouldn't work for me, so I had to go through a whole restoring the system restore thing.
Fun.
And it just took me a whole great amount of time for me to fix that and restart most everything. But yeah, but as soon as by the time this video is uploaded, I'll be able to answer a few more letters in the mailbag, and I will. Kitty, come here, kitty. And also, recent pieces come to my attention. Yeah, currently do not believe anything you see on the billboard. Because apparently Clyde Cash has been trying to shank my reputation there with his thing. And yeah, anyway, but you can tell obviously that picture he currently has there is photoshopped. Any picture he has of me is photoshopped. It's fake. You can tell it's fake. Anyway, with that, I'll leave y'all to that, and I'll answer some more mailbag letters tonight. Merry Christmas. Hello, fans. This here is a day in the life of Asperchu. These are my Lego minifigs. Asperchu Roadshow, obviously, along with other characters that'll be made introduced in the future, in the further development of this video.
On Christmas Eve, Christian uploaded a video called A Sonichu Day, in which he acts out an average day of Sonichu, Rosechu, and their 3 children through Lego pieces.
Oh, goodness.
According to Chris,
Forgot the
Sonichu
head
wakes up
kids.
at 5 a.m., while Rosechu gets up even earlier to begin preparing breakfast for the family.
Very sure the children are up. Christine, Robbie, Sarah, y'all awake? Yeah, we're mommy, yeah. Hey, Daddy, how you doing? Hi, son. How you? I'm doing good. What you up to? Oh, yeah, funny Halloween. It's funny Halloween. I'm playing catch with Sarah. And then I like the ball. He likes to go get the ball.
who would complete the wide array of chores that are needed to be done around the home.
Look, I've tried to do
Sending
videos
us a
with
call
my
travels
dolls,
to Inner Quickville
my
to
Monster
visit
High dolls,
several
and this
people
literally.
including a girl whose cat was stuck in a tree, people trapped in a house on fire, and a mailman who had a tire on his delivery van go out.
Okay. So, oh my God, it's 2 o'clock. Okay, let's have dinner. Yay! Eating dinner, eating dinner, eating dinner, no. Okay, TV time, we watch TV. Yay! Oh, look, oh, you know what? Marshall, good evening. Happy day. Okay, children, you must not television with parental guidance and supervision for discretion, all that stuff. I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, good night, Mommy and Daddy. Good night, children. Okay, so, what do you do now, sweetheart? I don't know, how about,
Funds.
let it up in the bed? Don't worry, it's a clean show, folks.
Sure
Anyway,
is.
there you go. That's
The comments ain't.
So, hope y'all enjoyed that. See y'all later on the Wikipedia. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Later that day, he made another video in which he wished for swift recovery for 2 of his supposed fans who were in the hospital, unknowingly paying tribute to the 2 perpetrators of the 1999 Columbine High School shooting, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold.
No! Now that's just fucked up. Come on.
Message in the mailbag, and I feel like it's appropriate. Yeah, a couple of my fans going to go to a high school in New Mexico by the names of Don and Eric. They've
Jeez.
recently been in several cars and they're in the hospital right now. So listen to them. Don and Eric, stay strong.
No.
It's just a small accident. You'll be okay.
What the fuck?
Hey, stick around. You got a lot.
Man, that's awful.
Look forward to. And plus, your family and your friends need you. And also,
The disrespect is crazy.
everyone, and Don and Eric, a Merry Christmas.
Clearly these assholes are doing this just because it's
Happy
funny.
Hanukkah, all the other holidays to everybody of other religions.
Also on that day, Christian wrote Vivian G an email wishing her a Merry Christmas and complaining about Jack Thaddeus donating to the Wikipedia and posting more explicit pro-gay ads, begging her to acquire the ad space and place her own ads on the website. On Christmas Day, 2009, Christian filmed a video entitled Kill the Jack.
I'm driving around the bush, even though the title of the video is not very Christmassy. I have to use the camera that gives me audio because my camera's battery is being filtered. Anyway, I'm very angry at that Jack Thaddeus. He needs to get away with drinking the Wikipedia down into a hellhole with the ads he put up there. Makes me sick. Anyway, he thinks he's all high and mighty with that dang voice. I think it like that. I don't know that project, and I just read the innovation, but he doesn't hear about it because he doesn't do that. Anyway, I'm so sick. Jack Thaddeus is nothing but a sniveling coward.
Facts.
Goddamn coward.
He even got
And
roasted by
does not
you,
even
which is
have
actually insane.
Even €1 to his name, only American dollars, like about 200. And you know what? That doesn't even cover 2,000 euros, which unfortunately the euro is stronger than the American dollar time. That's right. I want those goddamn straight and down. And also, no, I'm a little bit of a straight about that World War II. That's a lie. Said by a stupid guy cash. He used the $9 shop.
What the fuck?
His, and puts it on a billboard. And on the internet, I was like, almost this one. And do not listen to anything that's on his YouTube account whatsoever. Anyway, I'm more angry that Jack Thaddeus and those ads. Those ads are going down. They're going down. I go down those straight ads. That's a
Straight ads.
nowadays. I have to cover the whole section of my computer with a piece of paper, so I don't have to look at those goddamn things. Give me that vibe.
This one has clearly been tampered
I
with.
don't get so much nowadays. I know today was just simply the audiobooks from Vivian G. If I wish she's working very hard to upgrade them to be a better quality, not to as a DVD furnace. All that. But
Okay,
anyway,
fine.
Thaddeus, you're going down. I'm not even talking anymore, so you jack.
Ugh.
To everybody else, hope y'all had a Merry Christmas and wish y'all a blessed day. Peace out.
The next day, Chris revealed that he would be making his custom Big Planet levels available for download.
I'm going to
Ooh, fun.
make it capable of making copyable as a big step within the merchandising rights. Because you know, I want some cool legend with for the merch booths that Jack Black has definitely worded well. You gotta have merchandise because it's like a wedding ring for the product, and it makes it, and then the fans will continue to support you as long as you have the merchandise, like it's like a wedding ring. I don't remember exactly as it was said, but you can learn how he said it in Brutal Legend. I'm sure somebody uploaded a video on YouTube somewhere. Anyway, with that, I'm going to take my right stick, put it to the right, and make the level copyable. And with that, I want everybody to download the level, to promise me not to alter it, but only to back it up on their hard drive and play it at their own leisure offline.
What? Oh.
And play it online if you don't feel like copying it. Then to go back to the current topic, go to Jack Thaddeus. And down with those damn ads.
Kill him.
I'll leave y'all with that for now, and y'all have a pleasant day.
On the 27th, Christian made a video addressing Clyde Cash and Jack Thaddeus.
You don't think you're so wretched because you're trying to overthrow somebody who hates homosexuals. You know what? I'm okay with associating with homosexuals, but not beyond friendship. I'll be willing to be friends with homosexuals. I even have a gal pal who's a lesbian, and she's a good friend as well. But I'm just saying, nothing further with the male homosexuals.
Fair.
And as long as they keep me behind their closed doors, I don't give a damn.
respectable. This is the most normal thing he said about gay people. It's like, we don't care. Honestly, I feel like that's the most normal thing he said about gays. Excuse me, shit.
And both of you, Jack and Clyde, both of y'all want me to...
Oh my god. I keep seeing this stupid weather alert for NV. That's still not no. Shut up.
Homosexuals more, a little bit. But you both of you, you're not put the aspect of anybody within that who's living that lifestyle. You're not putting any of those people in bright light. If anything, you're making the life of homosexuality so much goddamn worse. You both
Fair.
are definitely evil seeds.
I mean, it's not like you've done anything like that, Chris.
So not only would you be putting both you, Clyde Cash, and Jack Darius, be doing me a favor, but you'd be doing your whole goddamn homosexuality community a favor by committing suicide, killing yourself, and rotting in hell.
Damn.
And Vivian, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
About saying that about your cousin,
But like they've been
that's
telling
just
you the same
way I
thing, so
feel.
like go off, Chris.
Anyway, that's the way I feel. Both of you two can just go right in hell.
So like, what's wrong with you doing the same thing to them? I won't stop you.
Who cares? Okay, well, to most everyone, stay straight and not being swayed in any other direction. Have a good day, most of you.
The iron.
And Jack and Clyde, yeah, suicide, death, run hell.
Damn.
At around that time,
Crazy.
CoxDev set up a live feed of Twitter on the Wikipedia, which featured tweets from supposed trolls. It was discovered by Christian
Okay.
about a day or two after its inception, and then moved it away and complained to CoxDev about it. He also created his own Twitter account, XXIII, and incorporated it into the feed. He then asked for his
Okay.
fans to ignore all tweets from trolls and imposters in a blog post. Chris then overlaid the ad space that was
Fun.
offending him with an image of an advertisement for Coca-Cola. CoxDev informed him that Jack Thaddeus had paid for the ad space up until the end of 2010, and that
Why
Chris
is
had
there-
no permission from neither Jack nor Coca-Cola to replace the ads. Soon after, the sysop informed him that his account had allegedly been hacked, so his password was reset and sent to him via
Coca-Cola
email.
trolling him
However,
too?
as
Shit,
the way
dude.
to edit the front page
Ooh, I
was
choose
removed.
Dr. Pepper.
During this trouble, Chris continued to answer mailbags. One of these included a letter of Evan Christopher George, who requested him to kill off Simone LaRoche in the comics, where it was said to be a bastardization of his creation, Seymour Chew. Christian rejected the demand, saying that taking Wild Sonic Sweetheart away in that manner was monstrous. In addition, he received further messages
how
from the
fucking
person
gay.
playing the part of transgender porn
Bailey
actress
J.
Bailey J, who attached nude photos of her, which explicitly showcased the genitalia of her birth gender. Chris mistakenly called her a hermaphrodite and was revolted by the revelation. In a later correspondence,
And who knows in the future? Oh no. Today I literally just learned about unclid, which is Chris. Today, Chris, no, she basically cut open her taint to make it a vagina. Basically, it's bad. Jesus Christ. I literally just learned about that today, and wow, what the fuck? That fucking hurt.
emphatically apologized to her, giving many excuses for his reaction. In Mailbag 28, Alec Bensaliri wrote another letter defending Asperchu, to which Christian responded angrily and declared
what is this?
that it was simply a parody, which contradicted with his previous comments about Sonic deserving to remain unaltered, and that it had the legal right to exist, as it was a parody.
What the
itself.
fuck?
On New Year's Eve, Christian uploaded a video directed at CoxDev.
Remember, I am the captain of this boat. Without me, this website would not...
Look at me. I'm the captain now. I need the fan. Oh, nice. Literally when I got up, I got real fucking dizzy.
Nice. Nice. Love that.
or anything within it. And my statements are, and my requests are simple.
Fair enough.
Undo the protection you have done on the front page. The only ones that should not be allowed to edit it at all are anybody other than you and me. I should not be documenting it. And also, I will agree to not edit with the ad, but you have got to take out the one that is right next to the welcome image in that very box. Along the side is enough. That's enough along the side.
Okay.
Not within this box. So, again, if you want me to remove my little quote there, as well as within the bottom of my image, if you will allow me access to edit the front page once again, and remove that advertisement from the welcome box, as well as not allow any advertisements to be put within that box whatsoever. I'll leave you with that, and have a safe day. Happy 2010 to most everybody.
Thank
Down with
you.
my cash and Jack Darius. Suicide! Yeah. Oh.
Suicide.
Later that day, Chris got a call from Jack Thaddeus, who mostly wanted to talk about the Wikipedia ad space.
So, are you content with our agreement that the ad stays where
I'm
it is?
tired of hearing his stupid voice.
You can have
Chris.
it on the same side, which is underneath the instruction box.
It is underneath the introduction box. It says,
thought your parents told you not to interrupt.
The online encyclopedia, that's the introduction, and then there's the ad.
No, but it's within the big white box, right next to the introduction image.
Oh, right below that is a bunch of clutter crap. I don't want my ad being put down there just so it can be lost amongst that. I mean, geez, Chris, this system can only hold your hand for so much. You gotta put in some work, too. I mean, she's there to help you, but she's not your nanny that will take care of everything. Because this just looks like a
Fair.
bloated mess. Oh, and what's to say into Jack Darius, who is still being an annoying son of a... Did I say bitch? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's real nice. It's real nice being, insulting your benefactor.
You were insulting him in the last
Chris.
call, you fucker.
Chris. Hello?
Bro, he's had enough of your shit.
Chris, what are you doing? Should we call him back? I don't know. What happened? Damn right. He was still on. What?
He was still connected.
I wasn't. You weren't there.
Well, I don't... Okay, well, anyways, I'm calling him back.
All right. Oh, boy.
Hello, you've reached yourself on the Christian Western Chamber. I'm sorry I cannot answer right now, but please leave a
Seriously?
message in the telephone number, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a good day.
I'm gonna leave
Please begin recording at the tone.
Chris, this is Jack. What happened there? Did I lose connection, or did you, just stop wanting to listen to me? Because this isn't how we solve problems in the adult world, Chris. Just telling you. All right. Talk to you later.
Bro, he's clearly older than you.
Happy New Year. Bye. God damn it, Bobby. God damn it, who's Bobby?
On January 1st,
Yeah, you're blaming your
2010,
friends.
Christian inserted his own custom ads into all of his mailbag pages, which included advertisements for Coca-Cola and for the 2009 blockbuster Avatar, and implied that the motion picture promoted an anti-gay stance. Later that day, he allegedly received
What?
trademark claims from the Coca-Cola company, forcing the Wikipedia to get locked. The next day, he accepted responsibility for this outcome.
Okay, well, currently the Wikipedia is down. I kind of a mistake I made with the Coca-Cola ads. I thought free advertisement was okay, but it turns out I was wrong. But anyway, I put the majority of the ads on there because I don't want the mislabelings, and I'm sick and tired of those. I'm straight, goddammit. And plus, coming to put some Jack Daniels, I put the more offensive ads that were on there before, the less offensive ads that we have that he has left up there now. But anyway, with the addressing the Coca-Cola company, I pray that it's not too late, and that they get this. I apologize for misusing the label, and if you will grant me the chance, I'll be happy to remove those.
Huh?
I'll be happy to remove all traces of those images
Great.
on the website. Post haste. And also,
Yeah, she's making cookies.
I apologize for putting us in this trouble. I feel terrible about this. So, yeah, don't say it. Coca-Cola company was not.
He then made a short follow-up video to complete his thought.
Go figure the
What
people
happened?
barricade one my camera. Anyway, Coca-Cola company. I apologize, and you don't have to address the Wikipedia webmaster. Take your complaints to me. I'm the one responsible for making that happen. It was my mistake, and I took full responsibility of it. Anyway, with that, I hope we get the Wikipedia back up as soon as possible, so I can undo the mistake of the placement of the Coke ads, and I deeply apologize.
The dispute was resolved on January 3rd, and the site was reopened.
Okay.
Throughout the first week of January, he continued to provide new pages for both Summary issues 10 and 11, and carried on answering mailbags posted by the CISOC.
What the hell?
Jack Thaddeus advertisements were replaced with ones promoting Asperchu, provided by Alec Benson Leary himself.
God.
Leary also founded his own wiki site, devoted to his original character, Asperpedia. Possibly around that time, Chris received an Asperchu medallion, made by Benson Leary, given to him as a peace
No
offering.
way.
On
That's
the 9th,
funny.
Chris made a video in which he attacks Alec Benson Leary.
On the one hand, I am pleased to announce that I have finally got through the homosexual thick skulls that I am straight and I do not care for their kind.
Yeah, we don't care
On the other
either.
hand, it backfired on me because Alex something paid off Jack Daniels for the United States, and now it's wrongfully advertising his fan fiction, and I emphasize that fiction, and parodic Asperchu. This character not only is a parody and vulgar
It's a
fan
bad
fiction
fiction.
of my slashing character, but he plays off of my past Buddha belly and my masculine bosoms.
A Buddha belly?
He is not to be trusted, and his kinds are not to be read. And therefore, I am making the statement that I have absolutely no link or connections with him whatsoever, Mr. Alex something, and his Asperchu. And therefore, with all that, it is everything that he dropped is not the canon of my slashing comics or the Wikipedia whatsoever. So, completely abandoning him, I say so. I have spoken there. And also with his placement of my character in his comics, I am at this moment, at this stage,
Yeah, sure.
verifying that he is in the wrong. He is in the wrong, especially with Stupid doing it with his homosexual take, and I do not care for that. So at this moment, I will leave you with that. And with Alex and his friggin' Asperchu. Little son of a bitch think he tried to fight me off. He got another thing coming. Die, you son of a bitch. Alec, die.
Shinderu.
As for most everybody else,
Thank you.
I say,
Ooh, that's
stay
thick.
safe and have a good day. And continue to enjoy the Sanji comics. 2 pages thick. Bye now.
On January 12th, Wishing complained to the CISOP about his lack of editing permissions on his main page, and demanded that all Asperchu ads be removed. Coxdev retorted that under the terms of their contract, Thaddeus and Alec came to the agreement that Benson Leary could post a maximum of 6 simultaneous ads throughout the website, and could only discuss the issue in 2011. The following day, he made another video threat directed at the creator of Asperchu.
First off, a couple of small announcements. I'm possibly in talks with AD Vision about project, possibly, but also hi Ginger. Now, with that aside, let's get down to the meat here. Again, down with that goddamn Alec. I mean, he paid off his goddamn Jack Daniels just so he could take over the stupid ass space. I mean, I would prefer Jack Daniels back at this point. God damn it, you're kicking me off here. I'm gonna come after you. I'm gonna ruin you. Larry.
No, Jack Daddy is fucking lame, bro.
You okay?
Bro, you're gonna break your
Chris
damn
messages
camera
to Chris
again.
So far unanswered to mailbags 36 to 39. He deleted many
Your
letters
speech
he
is
did not
gonna be
care to
jammed
answer,
again.
while giving others very brief 1 or 2 line answers, often in a livid tone of delivery.
Okay, it's a
There was
canon
a
event.
number of comments accusing Roschu of being a man, due to the fact that her original form, a Raichu Pokemon, possessed a pointed tail, which is only seen on male Raichus. However, this distinction was officially introduced by Nintendo 4 years after Sumter Issue 0 was completed. Nevertheless, Chris went back and altered that page to make it appear that the Raichu had a rounded female tail. Growing increasingly troubled from addressing comments regarding her true gender, and possibly from having to see Asperchu ads as he read, he abruptly stopped answering letters halfway through Mailbag 39 and went to releasing his frustrations.
I'm sick and tired of having to deal with all these people who have so many goddamn misunderstandings and mislabeling. First off, Asperchu is not mine. I am sick and tired of being associated with him. He is not mine, and I would never care to associate with him because he is a bunch of crap. He just looks like a parody of me with a Buddha belly and an exaggerated man.
Man
I am
boobs.
so sick and tired of him. And also, Roschu has always been a woman. If you look on HB book number 1, it says right there that that Raichu was a girl, quote unquote, girl Raichu. And Raichu has been straight the whole time. He's always been straight. Roschu's always been a woman.
Oh. Just
If only people would just understand me better and quit the mislabelings and the misunderstandings and quit making offensive comments and offensive questions and offensive statements, then maybe I would feel more at peace.
honestly, I feel like if you ignore the trolls, you'd be more at peace.
Tell Christian to stop screaming like a little girl, and informing an admirer that he enjoyed Asperchu as a fun offshoot
If
of
you
his
let
song,
them
and
get
gladly
through.
helped to get it published. 2 days later, Chris commented on the ethics of cursing people.
A lot of us have cursed people. Everybody has cursed somebody in their lives.
Yeah, cursing
Or
out
that
the
curse word or whatever.
Fuck, yeah.
But I'm still a good individual human being.
Try it.
It's just that like them, with their mental problems and me and my mental problems, when we go into defense mode in response to something that really offends us, we can be. Meaning we can be me. And that's just our defense. Like, it's just like the instinct of a man. Something offends us, we want to punch right in the face. Every individual man, with or without the mental handicap, can agree with me on that. But still, I have given you science shoot for the past almost 10 years now. Well, up to anyway, because the website didn't go up until 2004. But still, it will be almost 10 years now since I first started him on March 17th, 2000. Or 10-year anniversary, March 17th, 2010. Anyway, regardless of the incoming call here, I say, trust the individual who you've been trusting this whole time. Don't trust this new guy. He's just trying to take my fame. Please think about that, my loyal fans. Stay safe and have a good day.
With the rise of Asperchu,
Damn.
Christian began seeing Alec Benson Leary as his arch nemesis of that time, effectively replacing Liquid Chris and
Damn.
Cash before him, showing that he had not learned from his mistakes and past actions, and practically
Naturally.
guaranteed that he was destined to repeat them.
Even still today, Jesus Christ. He's totally forgotten what his teacher told him, not to let these people get to him. Fuck. Really is upsetting. This series really speaks volumes about the durability of the PlayStation camera. Oh my god. He's punched it so many times. I feel like I'm watching a 60-part joke knowing the punchline at this point. Yeah, it's 2009 to 2010. Damn. Hearing Gino say on January 1st, 2010 was such a relief. I feel like 2009 was the longest year ever. Love the part with his cat. It's Chris in a nutshell. Cat doesn't want to be touched. He realizes that for a moment. Then he tries to touch the cat again a few minutes later. Never learning his lesson. Just like Megan. On December 10th, 2009. We're in the end game now. You gotta wonder what goes through Bob's head when he hears Chris's 7th I'm not gay speech of the week. Now, yeah, we fucking get it. The fact that this cat is unusually aggressive means that the Chandler household probably either neglects or actively abuses their pets. Yeah, it seems off. They fed their dogs canned chicken noodle soup and never walked them, so yeah. The cat hissing at Chris reminded me of his Animal Crossing video when all the townspeople walked away from him. I don't know. Gets PC game. Ask for other shit rather than saying thank you. So ungrateful. Chris telling the Columbine shooters to hang in there is priceless. Imagine being Jack Thaddeus and letting Chris win in a conversation with you twice. You're never gonna fucking beat Liquid Chris in Greatest Troll. I'm sorry. Oh yes, the 3 genders. Homies, homes, and home misses. Come here, kitty. Kiss, kiss. This is probably the most satisfying thing in this entire series, and I don't know why. Somebody finally shows kindness to Chris and give him a gift. Chris, I don't really like these type of gamers. Send me console ones. Like, this is why he'll never find genuine friends, because he's such an asshole to them. Ever since Chris punched and broke his PlayStation Eye, I have not stopped laughing at it every time this video cuts. Gotta admit, I got a test that shows the stock market has a rise in hoes. It's hysterical.
Stock market had a rise in hoes.
You wish, Chris. Sorry. Asperchu is a parody of me with a booty belly and man boobs. He says while adjusting his shirt to hide his man boobs. His moobs. Oh yeah, and he's wearing sports bra. Nice. Chris's ungratefulness towards fan gifts that are at least better than his own art really upsets me. It really shows how disconnected he is from the real world. He's so stupid. It is amazing how he flip-flops with his homophobia. As soon as someone's offended, he makes an apology saying he respects all gays and so on, and the next day he starts saying homosexuals are vile and evil again. Literally, it's so weird. It's so weird how he says one thing and does another. It's so fucking weird. Alright, part 23.
On January 14th, 2010, Christian filmed a video in which he sings his own lyrics over a remix by musician Moby of the song Mr. Plow, written for an episode of the cartoon series The Simpsons.
Oh my god.
What's the name? Christian Chandler. What's the name?
What's the dame?
C-H-I-S-C-H-A-N. Say, what's the name? Christian Chandler. You don't need to worry, I'm drawing here. Drawing in gold, my pen and marker. My papa was chicken and maybe Christian Chandler. I'm new before sunrise. I have a new page for you.
Butter was chicken.
What's a big surprise? The hand-drawn art is volume. That's no love.
He then attempts to play a harmonica. A day later, with the attention of Jack Thaddeus, Alec Benson Leary, Sean August Watley, creator of the comic Sonic Is Dead and regular contributor to the Asperpedia, and the webmaster for the aforementioned website, Mao Bamboo Ling.
This message is for Alex, Sean, Evan, and even Mao. You know what? I dare you four, all four of you, to come to my house and we'll see who stacks out better. The original or you crappy copier?
On the 16th, Christian filmed a video attempting to brainwash his trolls by speaking a mix of Spanish and backwards English.
As usual, I will have 2 more pages tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the last page where Krista finally got out of the mirror. But recently, I am reminded of an old Spanish expression which goes simply as "Tú necesitas u crepsa eta y usino sipa per ganar felicidad por vida." A couple of strong verbs in that statement. Say it with me. U crepsa eta. U crepsa eta. Y usinos siva. Usinos evil. Alright, stay safe and have a
Cute.
good day. Bye.
This spree of verbal assault continued into January 17th, when, under
We're gonna
vigorous
figure it out
advice, Chris
somehow.
reviews the entirety of the Asperchu story so far and criticizes it.
I'm here at this point recording this video to make it perfectly clear.
That's such
Although
colorful
I
ass
was
shirts, I
saying
love
that
it.
last video I made, but you know what? Regardless of that video, I should not have had to make such a video because I could just show you all the evidence that I just read through the entire bunch of pages of Alex Asperchu. First off, just to name a few things, there are the obvious sturdy slanders and obvious references, to which I mean the old Buddha belly that I used to have,
Used to.
exaggerated man boobs, and even the goatee I used to have. I had one time.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he made his Asperchu character wear nearly every shirt I wear. Nearly every shirt. Had a crappy copy of a medal. My shirts. And then to make matters worse, he goes and purchased my dog.
Oh
I'm making a crappy copy of my dog.
damn.
The spirit of Patty will have his soul for dinner tonight.
Yummy.
He will be haunting your nightmares, Mr. Leary.
Jeez.
And of course, even including the unapproved recreation of my person within his pages, as you can see right here. And
About to curse you, Hami Hall.
starting on page C29, he sets me on fire.
What?
He sets me on
Oh
fire.
no, how dare you? What the hell?
And it even worse, it is setting me on fire on page 30. I swear, if that ain't the most outrageous
Is that how
thing
Liquid Chris felt when
that
you
you've ever
shot
done
him in the comic? No, that's how Casey
I could
felt.
definitely reference a few more instances of where he actually is considered peeing on himself within his own comic series.
She is like the annoying white girl stereotype. One that's trying to be a nurse, but is a bully.
On page 3 of his hero book, even worse off, on page 10, and while he's in that Burger King, with all his goddamn homosexual references as well. And he uses uncensored swear words such as she, ass, in between all his books.
And you have porn in yours.
So many goddamn of those. And his A and B books are anti-religious. That little son of a bitch, he's basically being on it his own self. Now look, I'll admit I have done, I'm going to share, he was in a few pages, a couple of pages, but they were censored by either images of lemon for vagina and bananas for dick.
Or
And it was, and that book was finally
censoring is not going to be
finalized and
enough. It's still
organized
obviously
so that
like
he copied for all those
porn,
pages,
like,
CBY7,
it's
and
still
such.
obvious what it is.
And if I ever said a swear word within my book, I wouldn't censor it. But he does not censor his own swear words. But like I said, he's basically gone to the things, again, he's basically mocking me with the references of myself. Between the belly, the man boobs, the goatee, the glasses, numerous shirts, a fake medal, or a copy of my dog, an unapproved recreation of myself, and my son and my characters, and even sets me on fire. It makes his quote unquote Sonic Shoe cologne go against me as not being the original creator of the original Sonic Shoe.
Damn.
He wishes he knows my Sonic Shoe Rose Shoe and all my electric hedgehogs as well as I do, but he cannot because he is not me, the original creator. He is not me. So I send this message again to Alec, Evan, and even Mao, and it's less offensive to Sean, by the way. But to those
Mao.
three, die in hell. And I hope the
Agreed.
soul of my late dog eats at your soul and kills you in your sleep.
Yummy.
But aside from that, his book is the pages within the so-called Asperchu series. They are definitely ludicrous and horrendous and horrific. Even as horrific
Fair enough.
as within Vivian G's own book. And my past Sister Elizabeth Font, my pastor, has read the book from cover to cover, and she hates it.
Yeah, that sucks.
My reverend hates it. And I don't like it either because it is of disgrace and slander and mockery of my person and my character. Just about as much, but actually this is worse. The Asperchu and everything there, that is worse than that book. I'm sorry, Vivian, but that book is just no good.
Damn.
And I'm definitely going to let my pastor know about the Asperpedia and the Asperchu.
I'm gonna let
And to all the
I'm gonna let the manager know about this.
church and the congregation and even the FBI. We will
Oh, the
see you
FBI is
in Minnesota
crazy.
and take you down personally, Mr. Alex Bateson Larry. Your mockery of my person is not appreciated. Other than that, I'll leave with most everybody else in peace. Have a good day. Except for you three, which I mentioned earlier.
Shortly after,
What about the four?
Asperpedia's Mal made a YouTube response video, but it has since been lost. Meanwhile, the Wikipedia
Aw,
sysop,
man.
Coxdev, uploaded Mailbag 41 for Chris to address, but then soon after, moved all non-Asperchu related letters to Mailbag 42, making 41 a completely Asperchu-filled offering. Instead of responding to the messages in any way, Christian deleted all of them and wrote a 7-point manifesto in their place, proclaiming that he had no relation to Asperchu nor Alec Benson Leary, and wholeheartedly disapproved of his content. Chris also noticed that Leary introduced more Sonichu characters into his Asperchu comics, such as the Chaotic Combo, which led Christian to insert his own parodies of Sonichu parodies from the Asperchu comics into his Sonichu comics, albeit with new names. His own take on Asperchu,
Jaden!
Mitch Sonichu.
Mitch Sonichu.
On January 20th, Chris made a drawing asking for people to help Haiti after it was devastated by an earthquake 8 days prior, though Alec Benson Leary had made his own commemorative efforts the day after.
Okay, Asperchu looks like my dad with hair.
On the
Sorry.
Wikipedia. Chris's drawing also suddenly took a jab at Evan Christopher George, since he featured both Simonchu and Simone Lund, touting them as a brother and sister team.
I hate to say it
On
because
January 21st,
he's where I got my autism.
Chris addressed questions regarding a recent page of issue 10, in which Mitch Sonichu was suggesting that he should get a makeover and change his fashion sense for the better, when his appearance strongly
Call me Mitch.
There was another
I
correspondent.
thought that was a middle finger.
Who was told by Chris an elaborate story in which Evans Cringe, Simonchu himself, personally spoke with Simone Loschu, who told
It'd
him
be so funny if he was just smiling and flipping the people
The
off.
rejected mailbag section featured a statement from someone who criticized Chris for declaring that Alec was not allowed to bring his Sonichu characters into his own story, when Chris himself had never gotten permission from Sega or Nintendo to place their original characters into Sonichu. He also commented that the Wikipedia sysop had no say concerning advertisements.
Let's not forget that Sonichu is literally a mashup of two copyright characters from two different game companies. I think he just copyrighted the name Sonichu, but like not the character itself. Well, either way, it's weird.
Which were crucial in keeping the site running smoothly, and felt that Christian's hand-drawn on paper drawing style was inferior to Alec's digital style. Chris requested that he go f*** himself.
Again, Sonichu is a mashup of two characters that are not, his own.
He made that he would attend his first young adult social club meeting, where he hoped he would get more exposure concerning his comic book work. It was during this meetup that he met a 23-year-old woman, who will be referred to herein as the Wallflower. During her first encounter with Chris, she told him that she was not ready for a relationship. Despite them establishing a friendship, Christian, against her wishes, believed that after some time and insistence, he could make her into his girlfriend.
You're repeating the Megan shit, it's pissing me off.
January 22nd, Chris had his first phone conversation with Alec Benson Leary.
Hi, is this Chris?
Oh, finally.
Yes, Christian, can I help you?
Hi, Chris. This is Alec Benson Leary. Is it okay if we talk?
Oh, yes, sure, yes. So,
Good. Well, there's a couple things I wanted to talk to you about tonight. First of all, I understand you've got a problem with the ads that are on Wikipedia.
okay, well, yeah, I'll let you have your ads on the Wikipedia, but don't make them too big, and leave them in the sidebar.
Okay.
I don't want them covering over the introductory box or anything else where I have to scroll down, even to edit the pages, or even to log in.
Yeah, my friend Mao, he actually makes the ads for me. I didn't make them myself, but I can try to talk to him about that.
Okay, how about this? Just to make it equal, put an advertisement for the Wikipedia on the Asperpedia, as much as the Asperpedia ads are on my Wikipedia.
You probably want to contact Mao because he's my manager. He does all the the grunt work on Asperpedia. So I'm sure he'd be willing to sell you some ads on Asperpedia. We could definitely try to work something like that out.
All right, well, Mel and I can talk through email. All right.
Like you say, we're on friendly terms right now, and I'd like to keep it that way because I got my start because of you. But to be honest, I want to be honest and frank with you. You made a couple of videos, and I don't watch all your videos, but I do try to keep up. I mean, I spend a lot of time drawing comics, so I don't have a lot of time to watch videos anymore. But I saw a couple of videos where you actually threatened me with
okay, well, yeah, okay, well.
Also the video where you wanted your dog to eat me or something like that. You wanted your dog to eat my soul.
Yeah.
Come on, you know damn well he's playing.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Okay, but his art. Okay, come on. The thread about Chris's dead dog eating your soul, it's clearly bullshit. Okay.
Well, sorry.
Kristen criticizes the creators of Asperchu for featuring blood and gore in their recent stories, and tells Alec to inform his readers in a disclaimer that Chris's Sonichu characters who appear in Asperchu are parodies.
Well, as you said, those weren't yours, though. You said those were copies. You said those were just copies of.
Yeah, your version are just facsimile, are just recreational. Recreated facsimile.
I mean, you said in the comics those were mine, but so they must be original. You said in the comics they weren't the comics, so they must be original. But then you came and took them. I don't get any renaming.
Yeah,
Well,
fair.
not just the combo, but you tried to save my Asperchu. And Asperchu wasn't a copy of anything. You renamed him Mitch Sonichu. I mean, Asperchu is fine. I don't really appreciate that.
I mean, to be fair, if it wasn't for Sonichu, then you wouldn't have had Asperchu. Okay, to be fair.
You accuse me of thievery, but then you go and try to take my Asperchu.
Okay, well, no, you did take my Sonichu, and he didn't claim him to be the original one, and even worse, you made him brother to Asperchu with the homosexual tendencies and whatnot. Even when you drew the KI conversation, you made Wild a homosexual when he is not.
Well, Wild's not yours. I mean, what does it matter if my Wild's not? I mean, I thought it was depth as a character. I was just trying to give them a little personality.
Okay, well.
Fair enough.
Asperchu has a girlfriend.
No, actually, I read further in the book that if you shoot Duster's ass.
Well, no, she doesn't do that. They're destined to be together. I mean, can't you see those undertones? I mean, that's where this whole comic is going. Even if a girl does dump him, what does it matter? He went after a girl. He didn't go after a boy. Like you said, Sonichu is his brother. I mean, why would he, even if he was gay, why would he go for his brother?
That's true. That picture.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, well, listen, how about this? In your comic, when you, in the future, for referencing the past pages, the Sonichu that is Asperchu's brother, you just refer to him as Michael, and the one you refer to him as Bobby, the Angelica, Trisha, etc., just like I said in my case. And this can't be Asperchu's nickname.
But Chris, those aren't really their characters' names. They have the same name.
Okay, wait, see, when I gave the KI comic characters those names originally in my book, those would be their nicknames. I mean, they're all Sonichus or those shoes individually, but they're just of different.
But we'll just stick straw and eye again.
Without the nickname, people being grass Sonichu. Without the nickname, people being water road shoes, flying motion, flying Sonichu.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Well, see, there's one of the differences, though, because in my comic, those are really their names. I mean, Angelica, Punchy, Bubble.
No, you think that those are actually their names in my book.
They're nicknames, you said. In my comic, they're their actual names. That's the difference.
No, I'm talking reference to the Pokemon game. If you want to name your Bulbasaur, they call it a nickname, but really you keep giving them their name.
Chris, my characters aren't Pokemon. I don't draw Pokemon. That's not how it works.
Yeah, you have been drawing Pokemon.
I mean, Asperchu, to be fair, Asperchu, I mean, where did the chew come from? Exactly, Pikachu. So, that is pretty much Pokemon.
Sonichu is an electric hedgehog. I make it perfectly clear, Sonichu and Roschu are electric hedgehog Pokemon.
Okay. Well, I think the point of confusion there is, where they're, like, I've never seen any Pokeballs in your comic, or trainers, or any of those other Pokemon elements,
Yeah, okay, okay. Yes, there's a Pokeball that especially catches Sonichus and Roschu called the SG ball.
I've never heard about that.
Sonichu lives in, like, a house, doesn't he? I mean, he lives like a person.
He was originally a wild Pokemon, the original Sonichu. But the original Roschu was originally the Raichu that was taught and trained by the Pokemon trainer Kelly, Kel for short.
What? Well, that was never established in the comics. He's literally just making this shit up as it goes on, I swear.
I digress.
I digress.
Asperchu and my version of the Chaotic Combo, all those characters, those are not Pokemon in my comics. I mean, Pokemon don't exist in the world of Asperchu. Like Asperchu, he lives with his grandparents in a house. I mean, he's a person.
Okay, alright, but still, it just makes it sound like my characters when you talk about these Sonichu from Quickville.
But they're not your characters. We've established that. They're not yours. I mean, they're my characters.
I have all the Sonichu, and Roschu. I actually have.
I mean, it wasn't exactly stealing from Sonichu. It was kind of an inspiration.
So I could sue you. But I'm trying to resolve this peacefully.
You have.
But he's trolls. I don't fucking listen to him.
I'm trying to mention on the Wikipedia.
But you said Sonichu is Pokemon, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Nintendo has the copyright claims of Pokemon.
Yeah, fair.
So.
Still,
I mean, it's a good point. I might want to just contact Nintendo just to make sure everything's okay, to make sure I'm not stepping on their toes.
They have been contacted before and everything's okay, so you don't need to do that.
But, well then, I mean, how can you hold the copyright to a Pokemon?
What the heck?
Virginia Library of Congress is the last thing.
Virginia Library of Congress, we just can't tell Nintendo. They can't tell Nintendo to just hand over copyrights to their creations to just anybody. I mean, Nintendo could take, the Virginia Library of Congress to court and say, hey, wait a minute, you issued this copyright legal.
Okay, look, well, let's just, this is, what we're talking about right now, it just seems pointless to what we were originally talking about. Let's just agree that,
Well, I don't think it's pointless. I mean, I'm just trying to establish that, I mean, you said you could sue me. I don't want to get sued. Nobody wants to get sued. But I just don't understand how, that's what I'm confused on. I mean, you're confusing me, Chris. I mean, call me naive, but I just don't get exactly what you're getting.
Okay, well, let's just rewind and go back to what we agreed on before, readjusting the advertisement size and giving the possible Wikipedia ad on the Asperpedia, and just like the Sonichu in your book, as Michael Sonichu, the other Sonichus and most shoes that up the KI combo, not on KI combo.
Okay,
let's just rename them by the names I suggested in my book. in your book?
Well, all right. Like I said, I'll talk to Mal about the ads. As far as the renaming goes, I guess you can include, you can make up some characters like Sonichu and Mitch Sonichu and whatever. That's your comic book. If you want to create those characters, that's fine. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to rename my characters.
All right, well, listen, my back on my phone is running low, so perhaps we can talk again another time. Take care.
I'd like to talk now.
Nope. Okay then.
Mission filmed in Captain's Log, which mostly focuses on the controversial Mitch Sonichu makeover in Sonichu issue 10, which had some readers asking if this meant that Mitch was a homosexual.
First off, I want to give a shout out to the Portland Sonichu fan club, their president Megan, and their vice president Brad, who did this song that's playing on in the background. Touch me on CD here. Thank you. And also to Becky, who's doing a paper on me as a modern cartoonist, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, I stand strong. I continue to draw the pages. Yes, they will be uploaded both. I mean, if I can't get 5 in a single day, then I'll still, I'll get them up the next day. But at least I'm doing the average of 2 pages a day. I stand strong.
Period.
Anyway, also the makeover I did, I just answered a bunch of emails, a bunch of messages in the mailbag. You know what? I say this. Think about like on Home and Garden, the Learning Channel, even on Discovery, and even on MTV. There's such home remodeling, cooking cuisine,
Yummy.
and myth-busting shows.
So.
Even Pimp My Ride. And would you call the people on those shows unessential for giving something else or somebody else a makeover? No, you don't. So that myth is busted.
It's funny, he literally looks like the Mythbusters
guy. And also,
guy
I still say what I said against Evan and those people on there.
The video abruptly ends, also leading to the camera running out of power. The senior immediately followed up with a short video to complete to the captain's log.
Anyway, I'll leave y'all with that. And obviously the Asperchu is going down. Because Alex and his crew are shooting themselves in the foot. I would never do blood and gore. That's just gross. I mean, if you're not queasy, then come back to Sonichu. Bye.
On January 25th, the Wallflower sent Chris an email listing her various websites, revealed herself to be an amateur writer. Christian admired her skill and wished for them to talk over the phone soon, wanting to exchange more information about each other and wishing to meet again soon. Her laughter and voice sweetly thrills my mind like robins twittering their song after the sunrise. In another email, Chris informed her of the details concerning their upcoming future date, in which they would go to a concert to see Celtic Woman, an Irish music act, and afterwards would spend some time at a nearby Taco Bell. He informed her that his mother would probably come with him to meet her and her own parental escort. The Wallflower thought this idea sounded nice. Chris then expressed his wish that they keep the option of a relationship open for when the right time comes. She then revealed that she was going to the concert with a friend of hers and offered to meet up some other time. All the while, Christian continued answering mailbags from fans, with uploads of new Sonichu pages becoming more spread out. In mailbag 46, he defended his tardiness in updating the comic. I have been drawing and coloring on a daily basis. I cannot help if I have a life to enjoy too. I've joined a young adult social group, and I've met a lovely woman there who likes me too. We are hitting it off like 2 hip wallflowers. You have a life too. Understand my needs, and let me have my life.
I just farted.
Another letter highlighted the discovery that the name Christian Weston Chandler was an anagram for Antichrist enhances world. And Dev Christopher George made another appearance telling him that he would take legal action if Smollett didn't die in Chris's story. I'm not going to just let go because you're not a great director. You're a comic artist, and you have to deal with legal issues involving your characters when they arise. You can't pretend a lawsuit isn't imminent and just hope it goes away.
Simon Shoe Comics
this is serious.
Who is
If you don't do something about this, I'll have to take some drastic measures. We're keeping track. Mailbag 49. When asked about whether then U.S. President Barack Obama should repeal the Don't Ask, Don't Tell military policy concerning homosexuals to allow them more freedom and encouragement to join the army, Christian stated that the policy should be repealed so that more gay men could die in explosions. It was also around this time that he was linked to a fan forum called Sonichu Forum, where he conversed with presumed fans and answered their questions for about 4 days. On January 28th, Alec managed to get Chris to answer his phone to have another talk.
I would expect you to call at 9:30. But anyway,
I actually did try to call it 9:30. Didn't get an answer, so I thought I'd try again. You're kind of a difficult man to get a hold of, Chris.
Yeah. I can talk for a few minutes, so let's try not to belabor this conversation.
They discussed Chris's ongoing woes concerning ads on Wikipedia, copyright issues, and a problem Chris had with Alec's character being named after Asperchu syndrome.
Chris, we don't choose our names. I mean, our names are given. I mean, think of it this way. The name Asperchu, if you think of that as a detriment, I don't, but if you interpret the comic that way, think of it as a personal
it was clearly named after.
That he has to work to overcome.
After Chris cried about the term Asperger's.
Sometimes characters don't always live the happiest lives in fiction, but that's part of what
They're trolls. They're gaslighting Chris and everything.
What if your parents had named you Asper? Like in the ticket for you had Asperger. You would have Asperger's.
Chris, that's part of the character flaw. Asperchu has things weighing him down. He has curses, and that's part of what makes a good character. I mean, he wouldn't make a character that's just all powerful and perfect in every way and has no real problems ever with you. That'd be kind of boring. Complex characters have problems that they overcome.
I mean, as an individual, within his own world, outside of your control, Asperchu would not want that name. He would be in agreement with me and probably want to change his name to something like Mitch. Right? Have you ever watched the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yes, I have. It's a good movie.
Yeah, you got the whole two world there. And within that, it's the way it's coincide with the comic book world, and every individual comic, published or unpublished, drawn all together. And within the world, actually would reside your Asperchu, but he would be with his individual thoughts. If you gave him an adult attitude, his individual thoughts, he would hate than having the name of Asperchu because it emphasizes his mental problem. And he's like, in his process of wanting to move on from that to become more acceptable in society, that he will not want a name that they can feel
Okay,
like as if he's still living it, even after he's fully recovered from it.
Okay, but Chris, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that was still a movie, and everything in it was predetermined by the movie writers and the director. And, I mean, there is no, alternate cartoon world in reality. Cartoon characters don't actually
still overcome the problems with it. But you still have it. It's like...
understanding that possibly that universe actually existed.
So you do believe that when an artist creates a cartoon character, that character actually becomes real? Is that what you're saying to me?
Within that universe, yes.
But the universe is fake. I mean, the Asperchu universe exists on paper and in my computer. It's whatever I write. Here's a question for you. If you think a character would want, an appropriate name, a good name, not a name that, calls them out on something or sets them back. Sonichu is the name of a species, correct? Sonichus and Rosechus, those are a species, right?
Yeah, but he was the first original Sonichu, and she was the original Rosechu.
But they still want their own name.
And they each came up with the name on their own. And they did not need a nickname to go with that.
Would you be comfortable if the name Christian Weston Chandler, didn't exist, that you were just called man or person or something?
Okay, well, so when you actually conceive a child with your girlfriend or wife, then would you feel that you actually own that child, even after you had raised it from being a baby to, let's say, late teenage years, where that child would actually feel more like an individual, independent being?
Chris, you do understand that a child, a human being, is substantially more than a comic character, right? They're not the same thing. They're not even close. Of course, I would name a child. Children are real, and children are not our problem. If I had a child, I would give it all the love and support it needed, but it is its own person, or he or she is. Whereas a comic character is just whatever you draw on paper or in Photoshop.
What if she was on the other side? What Asperchu created you?
What?
Well, then I'd be a comic character myself, and I wouldn't have any thoughts and feelings. So that's a moot point.
That is a weird
Do you
question.
think that comic character would not have their own thoughts and feelings?
No.
How naive.
Chris, you have told me that you think that a comic character is fundamentally as much of a person as a real human being. That is the naive thought. I'm the writer. I'm like the god of the Asperchu world. I decide what goes on in Asperchu's world. I decide who and what Asperchu is and what he thinks and feels, if anything. Which he doesn't, because it's still just a character on paper. And when I put the pen down, Asperchu stops being there. Nothing exists in Asperchu's world that I haven't drawn. It's naive to think that there's anything more. I think we should agree to disagree on this point, because we both have our own thoughts. I'm actually getting some letters about Sonichu, about why you're not updating daily, and I was kind of curious about that.
Well, for your information, I am updating daily. I draw a comic 2 pages a day. I can't help it if I don't have access to my computer, or if I can't get to it right away. Besides which, my biological clock has been fickle on me, and so making me go to
That's
fall asleep
circadian
earlier.
rhythm, his sleep
I
schedule.
can get a plan for it.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of confused why you would spend an hour to draw a page, but not take that extra 60 seconds to upload it.
It takes more than 60 seconds to scan it and put it in Photoshop, then upload it. It probably would take half an hour for all that.
I didn't know that you did Photoshop work with your pages. What do you use Photoshop for, if I may ask?
To change it from handwritten text to more legible typed text.
If I remember right, I think kind of one of the criticisms you had about Asperchu was that it was not completely, hand-drawn original. So because I do use Photoshop in part of my creative process, but it sounds like you actually do kind of the same thing. Which is, that's fine. I mean, digital media is where, the art world is going. Mm-hmm. But, see, I thought that you drew it all on paper and then...
For your information, I did draw it all on paper. The only part that I edit in Photoshop is the text. What you read.
Well, it just seems a little hypocritical that you do use Photoshop in the creative process, especially if you criticize me for it. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't you think?
No, actually, what I thought is that you skip the hand drawing and you draw everything on your Photoshop with the computer mouse.
What I do, I use a tablet and I draw on that. And that's basically the same thing as pen and paper, except what I draw just goes right onto the computer screen. So I don't use a mouse.
Okay, but still it's crappy compared to mine. Even my mother agrees.
Oh, hey, come on. That's a little insulting, Chris. What do you mean crap?
No, I don't agree with you, Chris.
My comic is the most beautiful comic she's ever seen, too. But I kind of think that's just because she's a supportive mother. Mothers are supposed to support their children in their endeavors. I mean, it's okay to disagree. I'm curious why you think it's crappy.
Yeah. Because it's computer drawn. It's not originally hand drawn.
Really?
I just told you it is hand drawn. It's hand drawn on a tablet.
You don't have the old-fashioned original pencil or pen markings.
Okay, but he still draws better than
I don't have
you do.
smudge marks on my paper. Is that what you mean? Okay, by comparison, could I say that our car is not, true original transportation because, people should be using old-fashioned horses? And you use Photoshop for lettering.
So I suck because I'm a digital artist. That's a little weird.
Alex then brings up the issue of Simonia.
Evan wanted me to talk to you about that, about using Simonia. Simonia was his creation. He used that without permission. And it's asked several times to get rid of Simonia and Simola or whatever.
Yeah, but actually,
Simonia
was never really inspired from Simonia. I took an original Rosechu, I changed her to a brown color, gave her the complexion, added an armadillo shell, and then a few drills in appropriate places.
Armadillo?
So kind of like how I took a Sonic and made him yellow and gave him a goatee and glasses and a Buddha belly and thus was born Asperchu. I mean, why didn't you just say
Yeah,
that in the first place? Because he's been emailing you for a long time. Okay. Let's see, I'm looking at the Simona page on your Wikipedia here.
Who loves this
You say
shit?
that about on or before August 26, 2008, I received an email from Evan George submitting his Sonichu fan art to me, then later submitted his idea for Simon Chu. It did not strike me as good at first, but for a few months I wanted to create a ground type. So from Simon Chu, I created Simona Rose Chu. That's on the Simona article on your Wikipedia. I mean, that's smoking gun, Chris. That's proof that you used Simon Chu as a base. You know, I'm not trying to attack you with this, but I really think this is evidence that you should get rid of Simon Chu and Simona, write them out. Because the facts are right there, Chris. I want to let you know that you do need to comply with Evan's demands. Because, you know, he's talking about litigation, and he said that he'd back off if you acknowledge in the comic and write Simon Chu and Simona out, and, you know, say that they will be done and gone forever. I mean, would you be willing to do that? Write them out?
I'll think about it.
Okay, well, don't think too long. I mean, this is a serious issue.
Damn.
Anyway, I'm kind of tired
You're
right
both
now.
taking it real
Okay, well,
seriously.
I'll let you go. You have a good night, Chris.
All right, good night.
Speaks to
As another creator managed to converse about the creative process with Chris, his peculiar attachment to his characters was made crystal clear. Quickville had become more than a hobby,
Crystal
more than an
clear.
ambitious dream of stardom, even more than a way to live out his fantasies. In Christian's mind, at least, it had become a tangible reality, inhabited by living, breathing cartoon characters. For as he had stated before, Chris was truly young at heart.
And that brain as well, shit. End of part 23, finally. Why would he go after his brother? That's sick. Yeah, Chris, incest is disgusting. What if Asperchu created you? Is truly one of the funniest sentences ever uttered by— I know, I was like, what? Like, excuse me? I would never do blood and gore, that's just gross, says the guy who drew himself shooting liquid into legs. Literally. The fact that he forced a pastor to read Sonichu fanfiction never fails to make me giggle. Still blows me away that Chris thinks when he steals characters it's parody, but when someone does a parody on him it's theft. Normal people, dating takes time. Chris pointed 213 seconds after meeting a woman. We are now soulmates. Alex calls her way more entertaining because he tries to catch Chris in logic traps instead of just yelling him. Yeah, true. I can't stand listening to Blue Spike, but Alex calls it great. Yeah, I can respect Alec, at least. I watched this series multiple times and I have to skip, like, all the audio calls with Casey and Blue Spike and the trolls. That shit is impossible to listen to, in my opinion. It's real, honestly. You know what? Every Christian video I do that has Casey in it, I'm gonna put a time skip to skip her rambling because I can't fucking stand her either. I listen to Alec just fine because he's not really trolling at all. Yeah, he's tolerable. I swear, if you watch enough of these in a row, you can literally feel yourself going insane. That's probably how Chris felt. You never know. That exaggerated side that Chris does really boils my piss. Blue Spike sexually assaults Chris. Casey emotionally manipulates and gaslights Chris. Alec pokes holes in Chris's logic. Chris, he's burning me alive in comics. Unbelievable. Also, Chris proceeds to make several pages dedicated to torturing his trolls. What if Chris asked disgusted at the knockoff comics having sexual images like he wasn't making his own? Literally is what I said. Even if he was gay, why would he go after his brother? That's just sick. Oh, the foreshadowing. Alex's phone calls with Chris reveal so much about Chris's losing grasp on reality. He then attempts to play a harmonica. Sir, he murdered that harmonica. Alec was a master at making Chris play himself. Not as outright funny as Liquid, but super good at pointing out how egotistical Chris was. I love how the pastor got just as tired of Chris as everyone else, literally. The Alec phone call was so refreshing, calling Chris out but not yelling, gaslighting. I was really zoning out during the Casey calls. Fuck her. She was insufferable. So was her MAGA Marine caricature / stereotype dad. He made me cringe. Love how Chris critiques Alec and digital art as a whole, saying it's not authentic artwork. Fucking hate when people do that, honestly. But he praises and watches many cartoons / anime which all utilize the same digital practices Alec used to draw. Exactly. Can we all just take a moment to recognize that Chris's burning hatred for Asperger's is little because it sounds like ass burgers? Alright, last one for today. Part 24.
Gracias.
Grassy ass. Grass ass.
25th or 26th.
You're right, he's great.
2010, Christian uploaded a video in which he apologizes for his actions towards Alec Benson Leary and his treatment of the mailbags.
I want to apologize to Alec for having said the things I said before the threat, and want to make amends and peace. And I would appreciate it if the Asperpedia ads were no longer on the Wikipedia. I asked multiple times to shrink them down, put them in the sidebar. I have not seen shrinkage. I have to scroll down to even see anything on the Wikipedia, to even to log in, to even to make edits. And it's very annoying and frustrating. Get rid of those ads altogether.
Facts.
I still apologize for saying the things I had said before, but I feel like we could best be at peace if Mal of that group removes all those ads altogether.
What if Mao just
Please.
doesn't exist?
Anyway, and also, I apologize for appearing to be rude in the mailbag responses and deleting and editing some letters, but I can't deal with some topics that get brought up. It's just beyond my comprehension sometimes. It bothers me, okay? So, I promise to be nicer in my responses. Okay.
On that same day, Chris uploaded Mailbag 50 himself,
Okay.
which consisted of cherry-picked letters and comments from the troll-created Sonichu forum. It was prefixed with an explanation. This mailbag is the one that I have personally put together to show everyone the best examples of how letters in the mailbag should be phrased, thought, and written. Please take the following examples to heart when writing future letters to me at the Wikipedia. In a nutshell, though, the recent letters were just too darn harsh and confusing. These here are nearly harsh, but more comprehensible to me. I'm only doing this once,
What would the
and these have come
drastic
from a
change
true, good, and loyal Sonichu fan forum site.
With Gino's voice
However,
and reading
Christian
all
fails to
caps.
notice that many of the statements that he thought of as supportive were in fact mocking of his character in a subtle way, which went unnoticed. In Mailbag 51, which was submitted by the Wikipedia sysup as normal, Evan Christopher George left a short and cryptic comment, hinting at legal action. There was also increasing talk of a Sonichu reboot,
What?
which would start the series over fresh, and would allegedly eliminate all narrative and copyright complications. Christian claims that it would start with issue 11. On February 1st,
Okay.
Christian uploaded an odd video which came about during an undisclosed trolling scheme concerning a copyright dispute.
Good afternoon. This message is for the
Interesting.
World Boiler Certification over in London, England. And I'm addressing this to Miss Abigail Budak, I believe in this. I am allowing
very
Miss
British.
Budak and her company to represent me in the court in this issue, in this international issue between us, between my Sonichu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon of the United States of
We've
America,
never gotten anything
and
about Maggie
Sonic
in a bit.
Chu, the eclectic hedgehog Pokemon of London, England. Firstly, I would like to emphasize that another one which I'd like to emphasize is
People in
character-
England
or
speak
character
English.
differences and moral differences. My Sonichu is actually a hedgehog with electrical powers. But it's possible combination between
Hedge mouse.
another hedgehog and a Pikachu, of which I will not mention right now. And then we got Mr. Blockley's Sonichu. We're talking about a Jamaican drug dealer here, just as
Real.
in some other city, possibly in London. In London. Anyway, eclectic. High on the hedge and high on the hog. You want some of this Pokemon?
London is a city, but maybe like a little.
Anyway, big humongous differences,
Folkeday.
which the two are nothing similar at all. And even from the big description I have of the of Mr. Barkley's version, we're talking about he would look something like that. And between my Sonichu, which is this page is currently in his super form after using the KI crystals, big differences between the two. So I move that we allow them to coexist internationally as mine, Mr. Chandler's Sonichu, and Mr. Blockley's Sonichu. And anyway, also I would like to, before I conclude, I would like to address this to Mr. Blockley. From what I have seen so far, you are obviously a troll trying to pick on me. And after I have shared about 10 years on the internet with my Sonichu towards the worldwide fan base, and I have a lot of fans, forums, even pages that have slandered my good name, and the current Wikipedia, which you can find all the original time pages on there.
He hasn't
Original
been with an
hand-drawn,
online girlfriend.
and then the text edited for easier reading.
Right here somewhere. Since Casey's dumbass.
But anyway, yeah, with that, again, Miss Abigail Budak, you may represent me in the high courts over there in England, and I appreciate y'all's time. Thank you.
Later that day, Chris got a call from Alec Benson Leary, who was angry with the inadequacy of Chris's apology video.
I've been explaining for too long. You didn't mention anything of what you were apologizing for. You just said, "Oh, I'm apologizing for some of the things I said." Is that supposed to include the death threats, Chris? Because you should probably mention that specifically.
That does
Yeah.
include the past death threat.
Okay, well, I think I'd like you to make a better apology video. And in your second apology
You really
video,
did invent
I want
bad
you to
apology
not
videos.
spend 80% of the video making
It's
demands of
crazy.
me. Because see, an apology video should be just that. It should be apologizing for when you did something wrong. Do you think you've done something wrong to me, Chris?
I admit that I have done wrong to you, Alec.
No, you're wrong, Alec. It's supposed to be very vague. Obviously.
Mislabeling.
And
It's
Chris
kinda
did
like
it
what a troll
correctly.
would do. Isn't that right?
Kidding.
You know, I don't want to just tell you to make a more specific video if you don't know specifically. So please list the things that you think you did wrong to me.
All right, Alec, I'm sorry for mislabeling you and giving you death threat.
What did you mislabel me as, Chris?
Mislabeling you as a villain type of person.
Yeah, that was pretty bad of you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Death threat, mislabeling, calling you, making me sound like a villain.
How about, here's a hint. Is there anyone close to me, a friend perhaps, that maybe you've mislabeled as well, that you've done wrong against?
Handicap Devin,
You got it right. You have wronged Evan. Do you know how you
Who
wronged
said
Evan?
Devin?
for labeling him as an origin point for Sonoma.
No, actually, that was the correct thing. That was the one correct thing you did, was labeling him as the origin point of Sonoma, because that's what he was. What's the wrong thing you did to him?
I yelled at him too.
There's a bigger issue. You stole a Simon shoe from him. There, I gave that one to you. And he won't give his character back. What do you think of that?
He can have his Simon shoe.
Simonla is Simon Chu. You took his Simon Chu and twisted it around. That's what your Simon Chu article on your Wikipedia says. It says Simonla's based off Simon Chu. I told you last time, it doesn't matter if you go change the article now. That doesn't change what was in the past. You cannot write a new article in the present and change what happened in the past. Chris, why is parody and plagiarism, why are those concepts okay for you to do, but they're not okay for anyone else to do? Will you tell me that?
Fair point. Good point, Alec,
Okay, I guess I
actually.
cannot think of a good answer for that.
Yeah.
Because
that's
only
they're really
he can
different.
do the wrong
You
things.
understand that, right? The same
It's right
rules
for
have to
him to
apply to
do.
everyone.
He's
You don't get different
the
rules than
Chris
others.
Chan.
You
Kidding.
need to atone for your mistakes. I want you to, in your comic, issue a full apology to Evan and admit
His
that
apologies
Simona
suck. They're very
and
vague.
Simon Chu are not your characters, and you used them wrongfully without his permission, and you are going to retire them. Not really that hard to do. I mean, Simona hasn't even appeared in your comic recently, so it's not like you're going to hurt your plotline if you just issue an admission that you're not going to use her.
Well, I'll think about that.
Not good enough. My ads aren't going down unless you say yes to that. That's one of my conditions, because I've got several
Okay.
problems with you.
Yeah.
Got a
Anyway,
99
yeah,
problems,
I'll
but
think
a
about
Chris
that.
A1.
Okay. Another problem. I want you to apologize to me for calling you naive. Do you
I'm kinda
believe I am
sleepy,
naive?
too.
I'm sorry for calling you naive. No, I do not believe you are naive.
Well, good. You know, I don't think naive is that bad of a word, but what means the most is if you think it's a bad thing and you still use it. I want you to put that in your new apology.
Okay.
You might want to
My
get on paper and just write these things down, because there's a few points here. I don't want you to forget.
Dad got these buttons that when you hit, it'll say like bitch, treats.
Oh, he just,
Dad wants to teach Ozzy how to ask for treats.
he's gonna ask for bitch instead.
Yeah. Treats, bitch.
Bitch! Treats, bitch! Oh.
Right, Ozzy?
Yeah, or bitch treat.
Yeah.
Sleepy. Sleepy.
Forget that.
Yeah.
What are the main things that I want you to do? List them off, just so I know that you're with me so far.
Okay, I'm apologizing for giving you for cursing you, giving you death threats, calling you naive,
What else are you going to do for me?
labeling your comics as a plagiarization of my Science character and myself.
Plagiarization.
And
You're
apologizing
going to admit that Asperchu is
to him.
everything? Yep, good. And what else about it?
Yeah, I'm going to apologize to him, and he can have his Simon Chu.
You're going to admit publicly that Simon Chu is not yours to use, and you were wrong to do it, right?
Right, Simon Chu is not mine.
I'm glad. We're getting somewhere, Chris. I'm glad about this.
Okay.
It feels like you're finally starting to listen to me a little bit. You haven't been listening.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about what you said about how Asperchu wouldn't like to be named Asperchu. I thought that I might write it into my comic that I might have Asperchu say that he likes it named. That would probably clear the problem, don't you think? 'Cause I mean, you're always filling in Sonichu speech bubbles. So whatever Sonichu says must be correct, right? Sonichu says he likes something, then he likes something. So if Asperchu says in my comic that he likes his name, then he likes his name.
Yeah, okay, well, just don't make any references of, of my city of Quickville or saying that my original Sonichu is related to Asperchu.
You already stated that the Sonichu and the Chaotic Combo and everything else that appears in my comic are just copies or, not connected to you. So it really doesn't matter what I do with my Sonichu and my Quickville and all that, does it?
No,
different than
the
yours.
Quickville is mine, and the Chaotic Combo is mine. They originally were mine.
Yep, you said the one that I'm using is different. That's the one you tried to steal from me, remember? Add this to your list. You should probably apologize for stealing things from me all the while you're trying to fight me stealing things from you. I think that's a good thing to have in your apology list.
Yeah, okay. Well, yes. Okay, before the recreation of Sonic and the Chaotic Combo in your book, just establish that they're not the ones from Quickville. They're just, they're from this.
I'm not going to consider doing a damn thing for you until I see this apology video and I'm satisfied with it.
You will see the apology video, and I'll have it up tonight.
Tonight, tomorrow, whenever you want.
Okay.
It's your schedule.
For
I gotta go now.
at least Alec is someone giving him a choice.
This was immediately followed by the requested apology video for Evan and Alec.
I would like to take this moment to apologize to Mr. Alec Vincent Leary for the curses and death threats and mislabelings I have placed upon him, such as not reading his own quote-unquote fan mail and all that.
I don't
And
think
also
he ever
I
mentioned
apologize
that.
for misunderstanding his Asperchu as being a parody and labeling it as such, as much as it is his original character. Asperchu is Alec Vincent's Larry character. Alec Vincent's, try saying that 3 times fast with plurals. Asperchu is Alec Vincent Leary's own creation, not mine. And I retract all the past statements I have made against that, and of his book being anything parodic or copycatishly to anything in my book. Anyway, along with that, I also would like to apologize to Evan for offending him and by taking false claim of his Simon Chu character, and I'm happy to give that back to him. And I retract all ownership of the Simon Chu character. And I'll leave y'all with that. So, yeah, my respective apologies to all of y'all on the Asperpedia. Hope we can get along and maybe be less offensive advertise-wise. Okay. Be safe and have a good day.
The next day,
That was
Chris
okay.
wrote a short blog post in which he requested that all of his fans bombard Mao with complaints to his email address. Soon after, Chris made a video attacking Mao.
This message.
Oh,
is
great, now you're gonna
Mr.
have to apologize to Mao, too.
Asperpedia. Your ad right now. What you have up there on my Wikipedia, that's just wrong. You're imitating Jack Thaddeus now, and I do not appreciate it. Either you remove your ads altogether, or I will have your head on this. I'm already having your head on this because as much as I have a curse, possibly had a curse on me, you are going to get cursed as well. Addressed to Mr. Mao of the Asperpedia.
goes into camera and flicks
take
back
down
to you,
the
bro.
ad or prematurely rot.
He then received a call from Alex, who
Prematurely?
started off by saying that the latest apology video did not address everything as was requested, such as Christian's use of the word naive.
You know, I asked you to apologize for the word naive. You didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did you?
Yep, yeah, it is your bad. Because that word is such a huge deal to you. I wanted you to mention that specifically. Pretty sure I said that. Another thing you said my quote-unquote fan mail, which I didn't like that. It was like you were suggesting I don't actually have real fans. That's not nice, Chris.
Well, I did not mean
I
that.
did find that
Well, why'd you
interesting.
say it? I don't really like going through this, night after night with you, Chris. I mean, I shouldn't have to tell you these things over and over. You tell a kid things over and over.
Yep.
An adult, a man should, listen once and then know what to do.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? Well, apparently you made a video right before I talked to you, cursing Mao. That wasn't good either, Chris. I mean, I don't think I specifically mentioned Mao when I talked to you, but I think you should have been able to infer that I don't want you cursing him either.
He put a bunch of dicks on my Wikipedia yesterday.
I used to kind of sympathize with you about how Mao was being mean to you, but then I realized that you're a bully and you don't respond to anything except, mean things like that. Now I kind of think that Mao had the right idea. Because I was trying to be nice to you, and all you did was insult me.
No, you misunderstand me. I am not a bully.
Oh, you're not. Death threats, that's not the
I am not a bully.
You are a troll, though. That's for certain.
I am not a troll.
Oh, bullshit.
Bullshit.
Ever since Asperchu appeared, you've been doing nothing but trying to shut me down. Just like the trolls that try to shut you down. But the great Christian Weston Chandler, he's perfect. Nobody can attack him or parody him, but if someone else does something that he doesn't like, doesn't matter if it has nothing to do with him. Oh, there's going to be hell to pay.
Chris fakes an interruption by pretending to be his mother.
Excuse me a moment. Yes? Hey, listen. I need you to go play a take first. Did I get you? Oh, okay, Mom. I'll take care of it. Never see you. Would you? Sure. I'll be right there. Yeah, my mom's telling me to go take keys, too. I gotta go. So, is there a number I can call you back at? Talk to you later?
I really don't want to give you a number because you troll me on the internet already. You'll probably troll me on the phone if I gave you my contact number. You go ahead. I know letting the cat out is probably going to be hard work and it's going to make you want to sleep because I know your biological clock is all whacked out from all your stress because I know it's stressful trolling me. So
I'm not trolling you, but anyway.
Oh,
yeah. But anyway,
okay, well, Chris, I'll let you go, but I want to let you know that your apology video was not satisfactory, and you haven't even apologized to Evan at all in your comic like I asked you to. So you go ahead and go, and I will talk to you later. I'll call you when you don't.
Well, he didn't say in the comic, did he?
You can send your thoughts in typing as well.
Such a gracious, such a gracious allowance that you made there.
During this time, the explicitness of the Wikipedia ads increased. This
Be
included
gay
an image
autistic
of a
singles
sex
in
act
your
seen
area.
in the drawing She Came for Quick, which depicted Chris satisfying his naked mother with his fingers. He never made any mention of this.
What the
On February
fuck?
4th,
The foreshadowing is insane. God damn.
he never made any mention of this. On February 4th, an ad appeared which stated that Christian had just passed away.
We're gonna have to.
Later that day, he had another call with Alec Benson Leary, who gave him an exhaustive list of 18 points that had to be addressed in Chris's next apology video. These included admitting Simona was not his original creation, admitting to calling Alec naive, apologizing for depicting in his comic that Alec possessed female prisoners in his basement, violently killing Simona in his comic, and promising to look sincere while giving the apology.
You're uploading pages every
Most of
day.
these
You
points were addressed in a video recorded later that
have
day.
to do that.
I'm not dead, and I have a few announcements to make. Don't listen to that stupid Now and his advertisements. Do I look dead to you? No, I'm alive, safe, well, and healthy. As for the announcements, I bet Alec has a sizable fan base, possibly greater than my own, currently. I originally had permission for you to summon my comics from Evan, but then he took it away. Simona was not mine, so I'm giving it back to him by killing her later. I apologize to Alec for calling him
By
naive
killing her?
multiple times, and apologize to Mal. Here's a forgiveness blessing. Forgiveness blessing. There you go.
What the fuck?
I just been forgive me, but I just had to dig a bunch of snow. It's snowing now. My car is stuck. And I apologize to Alec for taking Asperchu and his recreated characters for re-editing and whatnot. Maybe a page later. Explain all that. That was another apology I made to him earlier about pretending my mother. I apologize for accusing him for female entrapment and rumors about rape. It was never meant to be rape. It was just like, he had those 4 roaches in his basement, kept them in cages, treated them like hamsters. Giant hamster wheels.
That's still pretty bad.
No pellet. No rape. Just hamsters. You don't rape a hamster.
I don't know. That's Dolly Flesh. I don't know. Wait, look, he fucking tortured them, but still.
I had no excuse for not updating on some days. But real life just happens, though. That's my only excuse. Real life. Other than that, I have no excuse.
Fair.
And I apologize for disrespecting mailbags and belating updates. Yeah, so with that, I'll leave you all with that. And I'm alive, safe, well. Have a good day. Oh, and one more thing. I admit that I trolled Alec in the sense like I was trolled before, and I apologize for that. I didn't want to leave that detail out. Trolled Alec, and I apologize for that. And I will not troll him anymore. Okay.
On February 6th, the Wikipedia was locked to further edits, allegedly due to a cease and desist order from Evan Christopher George. Chris was deeply saddened, but still continued to send some brief, lighthearted emails to the Wallflower. On the 8th, Alec called him again to talk about recent events.
Shit.
Let's see how things are going with, we know that Evan went forward with freezing the Wikipedia on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are you thinking about that?
What am I thinking about that? I can't edit what?
Well,
Now, can I have you some more mailbag letters?
well,
I finally got my PC back and running after a weekend not having it after a power failure.
well, that's good. I'm just, Evan, he got kind of impatient because he was waiting a long time for this. Do you have them finished? The Simona death page and the apology page?
I have them upload either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Oh, he didn't care about the Simona death?
Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm just not satisfied with your apology video, and I don't think I'll be asking you to make another, because it's become apparent to me that I don't think you really even understand what you did wrong. It was rather apparent that you didn't put any thought into why I wanted you to say those things at all.
Actually, I think it's the point behind everything.
There was even less emotion in your voice in that video than there is normally when you apologize for something. I mean, I've seen apology videos you made before, and they're all pretty lackluster, but this one was just like a slap in the face. You said those things that I asked you to say because you thought that reading them off a list would get my ads off of your site. I took my ads off your site for the moment, just because I don't really want Asperchu associated with your perennial legal troubles. But, if you do get Wikipedia back...
Okay. Like, once again, he's autistic and he has trouble with social cues, so it's like, I don't know, man. That's all I have to say to that.
Then my ads are going back because I'm not satisfied. That's if you get enough, Chris.
I'm fucking
because,
tired.
As far as I can tell, you don't really even care about Sonic that much.
Oh, yes, I do.
Well,
I have everything in the pages.
Chris, I've warned you numerous times over the past several weeks that someone was targeting you for a lawsuit over problems you were causing with Sonichu. And if I was warned that someone was targeting me for a lawsuit and they had grounds to sue me, I would deal with it right away. I would drop what I was doing. I mean, you had time. You had all the time in the world. Doesn't that seem reasonable to you? You don't go to school. You don't have a job. I asked you, what your day was like last time I talked to you, and you said that, you were sleeping until 11 in the morning. I mean, 11, Chris? That's ridiculous. I would kill to be able to, sleep in all day. I have to get up early every day because I have things that I need to do. I mean, I don't understand what this whole biological clock thing is that you keep falling back on.
You know what? Look it up on Wikipedia.
Look up what?
Biological clock.
Biological clock is a phrase that women usually use to refer to their most fertile reproductive years. I really have no reason, no understanding of why you would apply that.
To be honest, I didn't know that.
It references the sleeping schedule.
I don't have problems with sleeping. Any sleeping schedule. I think what happens with a lot of people when they have absolutely nothing to do with their days. That's when their sleep schedule gets messed up.
Yeah.
See, I have a routine. I have to go to work, and I have to go to school, and I work on my comic because I care about my comic. You don't have a job or a school, and you don't care about your comic, therefore, your body...
I actually do care about my stuff.
Your actions say otherwise. You don't upload any pages. How many times have I told you you have to start uploading pages? Not just when I wanted you to make the apology page. I just mean in general. But you didn't listen.
Well, I have been working on the pages, and I will be uploading them as soon as the thing gets unfrozen. And I had to go through without PC the past weekend because I was in a power failure.
Power failure? Like the power was
Yeah.
knocked out all weekend? I have blackouts on occasion, and my computer shuts off, and then when the power comes on, I just press the power button, and my computer comes back up in a minute.
For me, I tried to power it back on, and then the farthest it had gotten
It's
was
different
just
sometimes,
industrial
dude.
HD Pavilion's blue screen. And
So-
then it would go into looking like one of those color bars where the station's not broadcasting.
So what you're saying is you don't take care of the equipment that you need to do your comic.
I may not need a computer.
Why can't you buy one?
I can't afford one right now.
I've seen videos of you in your room. You've got like a 40-inch HD TV in there. You've got your PlayStation 3. You've got like a wall full of video games. If you can't afford a basic computer,
Yeah.
nothing fancy, it
I
costs
mean, he
maybe
always
a
has
couple
enough
$100.
money for more fucking
I could go buy
games.
myself 10 new computers right now if I wanted. How many video games do you own that you don't play, Chris? I've played a lot of games in my lifetime, but I own very few right now because as soon as I'm done with them, I usually sell them. You sure have a lot of time on your hands to play all those games, for that matter. I've never come close to owning as many games as you have. Chris, how many hours a week do you spend on video games right now?
I don't know. I'd say about maybe 2 or 4.
2 or 4 hours a day. Okay. That's an awful lot of time to be spending on video games per day. And that is time that you could be using on your comic if you cared about your comic. But obviously you
I
care
do care for my comic. Since I use that, that's actually between drawing and coloring.
But you could use that video game time to upload them, and you never did that.
Oh, yes, I do.
How many days have you missed since you promised you would upload 2 pages a day? You don't care. Your actions say that you don't care. Actions speak louder than words, Chris. I don't even consider you competition anymore. Do you know that? Because you obviously... my competition are artists that actually care about their work, and you play video games all day. And then you sleep in because you have nothing to do. And then when you do actually take time to do something, you don't actually work on your comic, you just attack me. And then when I'm nice to you, you continue to attack me. And then when I get mad and yell at you, you back down right away because you can't stand up in a fight. And then when I'm nice again, because I think to myself, I don't want to keep yelling because I'm not that kind of person, then you become disrespectful. Do you have anything to say, Chris? He hung up.
Later that day, the Wikipedia site was wiped clean of all info, only to be replaced with a link to the Asperpedia. Chris made a video attacking those responsible the following day.
As much as this might have to point out, but you can thank Alan, Evan, Sean, and Mal on the Asperpedia, because I got confessions from them, and they have done so already. They took down my own Wikipedia. They even prohibited me from being able to make any updates. Because, god dang, Evan, if I could go back to before November 2007, I would have never viewed that damn ED page. And then I would have never had to deal with you damn dirty trolls.
He's learning.
But I know and realize learning now. And I have suffered through so much torment. And this one just really just takes the cake. If you all just want a response from me, you get one hell of a response.
He's learning.
And all my true loyal fans, just blame those on the Asperpedia, those four, because they have done the wrongest.
But they've taught you a lesson in a way?
That which inspired their own comic pages. They destroyed what was undestroyable, but can be rebuilt. And I will rebuild it with my own help and my own funds. I have people on the inside.
Scamming
the
people.
Wikipedia will be back up. And I never wanted to kill Simone up. But I was practically blackmailed by that goddamn Evan. I would have him a psychic link within my psychic powers, frozen in time, and then I would put him in the jail cell, as with the same fate between Alex, Sean, and Mao. And after what they have done unto me so far, which they did not have to do, but they did, and they are all guilty of tormenting me like they have, I would have them executed. And I don't care what they think or what they say. This is my stand against you four.
Got mad once when you fucking set on fire. Courtesy of Hame Hell.
Anyway, everybody else, have a good day. I'm still shoveling snow and drawing and coloring, regardless of there being a website or not. Good day.
As a result, he did indeed kill off Simone LaRoche in the story, which seemed to have satisfied Evan, as the Wikipedia returned virtually back to normal on Valentine's Day, with the ad for Asperchu replaced with one's for Sonichu Revolution, which was a comic created by Alec during the downtime of the Wikipedia. According to Leary, due to the troubles of the site and Chris's frequent tardiness, he felt that it was his duty to give Sonichu fans what they wanted, and offered them his own version of the proposed Sonichu reboot, which addressed the ongoing copyright issue by brutally murdering copyright-infringing characters. In the meantime, Chrissy posted an update on his blog, writing that he would continue working on his comic, and that things with his girlfriend were going well. He then resumed answering mailbags, which had been backlogged since before the lockdown of the site. For mailbag 52, he adopted a new strategy to answer difficult and offensive letters. He replied to 10 challenging correspondences with the same response. Your letter has been read fully, and your thoughts have been imputed and accepted for better improvement. Thank you for your time and efforts. He abandoned this tactic from mailbag 53 onwards. Despite Alex's best efforts to make Christian aware of Sonichu's damning legal issues, it seems that everyone except Chris knew that Sonichu could never truly come to fruition, as it was, in essence, an extension of its creator, an amalgam of ideas taken from various pop culture sources, existing in a nonsensical fantasy world, destined to fail.
Well, goddamn. End of part 24. Shit, finally. Hey, look, Chris Chan actually commented on this. That's fun. I remember those times, and I was cringing to hear myself drone on and on, just in thinking he was going to clear those ads from my old website. Subconsciously, I had always known he and his crew were trolling me the whole time. What? It was shown on how he reacted later on. You just didn't care at that point. And yet, while partly oblivious, I was trolling Alec at the time, and I take no shame in it because he was trolling me. I saw through his charade and showed it in how he treated everyone in my few pages, as he had already done and worse in his pages. It only added fuel to the nobility of pulling the plug onto Wikipedia to save myself, my arts, and my peoples and family. Leave from the shit I was having to deal with from those bastards. Psychic powers are strong within me in the later part of the video, and they have only gotten stronger over the years, and now, despite my having the many more trials to endure and learn from. Interesting. He tried, like many others, to give you one solid lesson through all of this trolling. What you do has consequences. You are not above consequences. What you say and do has consequences. But you only saw and hear what you wanted to see and hear. It flew completely over your head. I like to imagine Alec as a grizzly man working hard at 9 to 5, coming back home after a hard day at work and just drawing Asperchu. Depicted Chris satisfying his naked mother with his fingers. Life truly imitates art, huh? Chris, January 25th or 26th? Gino, on January 30th, already comedic gold. No rape, just hamsters is probably one of my favorite lines ever. See, this is what I said earlier. Chris Chan was the first YouTuber to make shitty apology videos. And imagine portraying Chris pleasuring his mother with his fingers. Dear God, if only they knew. Truly foreshadowing 10 plus years ago. Fuck. Chris being so uncomfortable with someone pointing out his own flaws that he pretends to be his own mother to avoid a conversation will always be one of my favorite things in the Chris Chan story. 2 to 4 hours a day on video games. I spent 2 to 4 hours a day on this damn documentary series, and I'm only on part 24 saying, bro, what the fuck. It's remarkable that Chris seems more uncomfortable when confronted with his own flaws and hypocrisy during a calm, collected conversation with Alec than when Blue Spike was extorting him into shoving his Sonichu medallion up his own ass. Not once during Blue Spike's abuse, Clyde Cash's antagonizing, the screaming matches with Liquid, or Casey's gaslighting, do we ever see Chris as desperate to squirm his way out of a call as he is during Alec's questioning. Alec is the most effective troll so far because he realizes what none of the trolls that came before him have. The single most torturous experience for Chris, making him reflect on his own actions and their consequences. Funniest thing about Chris is that he can spend 10 minutes threatening, insulting, and swearing vengeance on whoever wronged him, but quickly snap back into his nice Goku get him attitude with the everybody have a nice day. Whenever he says Mao, I only picture Chairman Mao Zedong trolling Chris. Saddest thing about the series is that I'm truly feeling the repetitiveness of Chris's life. He is in a never-ending loop of self-destruction. Chris, I hope that me and the Asperchu can get along. Literally the next day. Chris, you help me! Alec was the closest thing to a parent Chris had. Yeah. In lighter news, I'll never get tired of hearing Chris confuse circadian rhythm with biological clock. Beginning of the video, I'm sorry, Alec. End of the video, curse you, Alec. Seeing Chris himself comment on this video is rather surreal. He's able to watch this and give us his own interpretation of his life and shows us how delusional he is, truly lost. Chris really was the pioneer of so many of the recurring YouTube tropes that currently attract so much attention. Copyright issues, apology videos, sequel apology videos, video call outs, protracted drama with other creators, prophetic. The power structure in the Alec phone call really exposes how Chris definitely has more the mind of a child than that of an adult. He reacts exactly like a small child being lectured by an adult authority / parental figure would, especially like him trying to get out of the call by pretending to be his mother is crazy. Jesus Christ, Alex scolded Chris so hard that it made me feel like I should work harder on my own hobbies. Now I have a full-time job. We've reached a point where I can no longer read Roman numerals, right? Why do I feel like every saga is a lesson to Chris that he just couldn't learn? The Mary Lee Walsh saga teaches public decency and rule following. He fails at that. Megan saga teaches him that he is not entitled to any girl. Fails again. Adam saga teaches him that he is not entitled to win everything just because he's autistic. Yet again failed. Blanca saga teaches him the dangers of internet relationships. He fails yet again. Ivy saga previews Chris on what he would do if he has a true relationship. Ivy is a real girl. He and his family then mistreats her and he fails. Wait, Ivy was a troll, right? Wasn't she? I don't know, man. Clyde does a tough love lesson and shows Chris the brutal truth that life isn't as colorful and centered around him as the one in his comics. He did not understand that. Liquid does a commentary about his narcissism and entitlement. He does not learn a damn thing. Now Asperchu saga exposes Chris's hypocrisy about copyright, OCs, and his art. Goddamn, he did not learn a thing either. I could go forever, but this makes me sad and mad at Chris. Yeah, to put it simply, it's basically the same as every episode of Chris Chan here. Never fucking learned. It's crazy. So anyways, that's all for today on my Jumpsters. If you like this video, you better shatter that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like me in general, that's all, folks. I'm out.